Risottos in the Thermomix are amazingly wonderful, delicious, and very, very easy. And you save a lot of time and effort because you don't have to stand and stir. The Thermomix does all of that for you. So what I'm going to do is just grate the parmesan first. And we're going to weigh in 80 grams of parmesan. We're just going to weigh it onto the top of the lid of the Thermomix bowl. Nice chunks here, 70, that looks like that's pretty close. That'll do nicely, 75. And I'm just going to turn on the Thermomix and drop it in on the running blades. And that took 9 seconds. And I'll show you what it's done. It's grated the parmesan absolutely perfectly. And the first thing to do for the actual chopping and cooking is to take one shallot and some asparagus, because we're making an asparagus risotto today. And just for asparagus, let me show you that there is on each spear of asparagus a natural breaking point. So if you just push it, it'll actually naturally break at that breaking point. And these bottom bits tend to be a little bit tough and woody. So what I'm going to do is just save those for stock. And the rest of the stems I've actually chopped up already, and I'm going to use them in the risotto now. So in they go. And I'll save the tips and add them at the very end so that they keep their beautiful green colour and lovely freshness. And here's some olive oil. We're just going to weigh in some olive oil. And we'll just put in about 20 or 30 grams. And what we're going to do now is just set that for 3 minutes and 100 degrees, and just turn it to speed spoon to gently stir. And we'll give it a little bit of a chop as well. So a couple of seconds at speed 5. And back down to speed spoon. So we're coming to the end of that sautéing time, and the next thing we'll do is add our wine and the risotto rice. And I'll just show you here that beautifully chopped and sautéed shallot and asparagus. Now we'll add 200 grams of wine, (200), 250 grams of risotto rice, so we'll just let that cook for 2 minutes at 100 speed spoon. And then we're just going to pour in the stock. So 450 grams of stock. This is a homemade chicken stock, made in the Thermomix, of course. And it's very, very easy to make stocks in your Thermomix. I'll just get this started. 12 minutes. And 100 degrees. And because we want the rice not to be broken up as it gets cooked and more soft, I'm actually going to press this reverse blade button, which sends the blade in the opposite direction to normal. So reverse blade and speed spoon. So when you come towards the end of the cooking time of the risotto, have a spoon ready because you'll need to test it. A risotto should be cooked al dente so that the rice is just a little bit of, well, it's got a little bit of bite left in it. Al dente means to the tooth. So just take some, but do be careful, it's really hot at this point. That's just right. a little bit of a bite left in it. So what we're going to do, I used plain stock that didn't have any salt in it at all. So I'm going to add about 1/2 to 3/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. And we'll just pour in our parmesan that we grated earlier. And those beautiful asparagus tips. And the heat of the risotto itself will actually cook those asparagus tips. Bit of good fresh black pepper there. And take your Thermomix spatula and just give it a stir around. And literally what this is doing is just cooking those asparagus tips to perfection. And then pour it out into a dish. Have everybody ready, because risotto tends to continue to absorb the liquid. So you want to have everybody ready to go. And there we are. Asparagus risotto. Probably for 6 or 8 people.